Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we're talking about how NFL All Day has just blown up since basically the start of the playbook, but even more so now with some of these challenges that are game specific. And we're going to talk a lot about this Chargers Chiefs challenge and how these moments have blown up, what I've basically been doing due to this, and my strategy around this, and just talk about what is going on with NFL All Day. Maybe a little speculation of what's to come in the Series 2 as well. So right now we're looking at Justin Herbert. It's $72 for a common out of 10,000, no badges. Not his only moment. I believe he has a rare and a legendary as well. $72 is the lowest ask. And just right off the bat, I'll tell you my strategy. I bought this one. Can't remember the challenge. It was the record challenge or something, but Herbert was one of them. And I think I bought it for $40 to complete that challenge. It was the only one I needed. And I was like, oh man, I'm never going to get my money back on this Justin Herbert. I think it dropped down to in the 20s after that. But then today I sold it for $85. Now this one's down to 72. This one was up, selling in the 90s, which is pretty crazy for a 10,000 common with no badges. And why I'm selling these is because this is just on speculation that he's going to hit in this challenge, and the challenge just gets you 15 yards. So I'm looking to do easy challenges. If you didn't watch my previous video on week 2 playbook, I'll definitely link that at the top of the description. It'll also be the end card on my strategy for this week's playbook. Just for 15 yards, it was too much profit to pass up, and I ended up selling him. He wouldn't even bottleneck if he hit, most likely, because he has 10,000 moments. If we go back to the marketplace, I didn't hold my Herbert filter, but you could see he has like 1,100 or 11,000 moments basically if you add all these up. And also you could use a wild card, a rare or legendary Patrick Mahomes, I believe. Let me look at that really quickly again. I believe for this one, instead of the quarterback, so it says 1 moment for the quarterback with the most passing yards. You may also use a wild card for this. It'll have to be a rare or legendary for any quarterback who played in the game. So even if Herbert hits, you could still use a Mahomes rare or legendary if you have one. So that one's not going to bottleneck. I sold it 85. I was stoked to double my money on that when I bought it too high for a challenge before. And some of these are just outrageous. Why I think that price is really too high, I mean, I'm not mad at these prices going off, but I just don't understand some of these prices, to be honest, is because they said in the blog that common tier is going to be up to 10,000, special edition no more than 8,000, but they didn't say how many commons, unless I'm not reading this, or if I didn't see that somewhere. They didn't say how many commons each player is going to get. So Herbert could have 2 more commons coming in the regular season. Price of this one's, after 1 more common, it's got to dip down lower. Also, he's not going to be used in as many challenges because this is one of their primetime games already out the window for this week. I just think these prices are crazy, and I'm taking advantage of them. I also sold Joshua Palmer, who I sold it for 40, maybe 41. Let's see what, just this morning, let's see what his price is at. It's down to 35, and people are really high on him for this challenge, honestly, because Keenan Allen's not going to play, but it's a reception challenge. So Keenan Allen's not playing, but honestly, DeAndre Carter stepped in more than Palmer did last week, so Palmer still might be the 3rd option in LA for the Chargers. And then also, I just think it's like almost guaranteed that Travis Kelce might hit on this one for receptions. He just gets so many targets. I think that Kelce's just going to clearly win the target aspect of this challenge. And then the other part of this challenge was a defensive player from any team. So Joey Bosa, I sold mine for $40. It's down to 31. Honestly, I might buy back in this if it gets down into the 20s, because if Kelsey hits and Herbert or Mahomes, Bosa could be the bottleneck because there's not that many Chargers defenders. And if we look at Nick Neiman, who was the other one, his is down to 23. But it's not guaranteed he's going to play. He didn't play in week 1, and you have to at least play unless he got a special teams snap or something, which could count. I don't think he played. And then the only other guy with a moment who is currently questionable is J.C. Jackson, and that's $18. But he's questionable to play in the game, so could buy back into Joey Bosa. But I sold those 3 guys just on speculation of the challenge. 40-40 plus 85 is $165 for these commons that probably 2 weeks ago totaled about $40. So 4xing your money on stuff you could have bought for $40 2 weeks ago is pretty insane. And NFL All Day is just going off. It's been pretty awesome, pretty good ride these first 2 weeks. Been a lot of fun as well. And if you guys are interested in upcoming challenge speculation for this week, definitely check out my last video on NFL All Day, because I went over a lot of that in that last video. So just in my opinion that I'm selling some of these at these high points. I think that when some more commons from Series 2 start getting released of these players, these prices aren't going to be as high, and that could just be in the next couple of weeks. So I'm taking right now to sell these moments when their price spiked, and then if I want another Herbert regular common, I could just go buy it probably for $25-30, maybe buy that moment back in a couple of weeks when Herbert gets another common moment. But compared to NBA Top Shot, where you have like Giannis, who has over 200,000 moments, it might be 250,000 right now, you still have some of the best players. Like we saw Herbert only has 11,000 right now, and he could get maybe another 20,000 or 25,000 in Series 2. Still going to be a lot more scarce. So I think NFL All Day is in a really good spot right now compared to Top Shot that over minted a lot of stuff here. And then we actually do see some prices going down on this. So Jarvis Landry debut, $11 seems pretty cheap. He had a really solid first game. That one got scooped up. $12 still. Few purchases. This one goes up to $15. So there's still some good deals to be had out there on NFL All Day to get some of these moments. My current strategy for these challenges and finding these moments that are in challenges is just coming here. Just go NFL schedule on Google. It'll pop up this little built-in schedule thing they have in Google. And you can see the primetime games. So we got Bears, Packers, Titans, Bills, Viking, Eagles coming up after this one. And then you can even look forward to next week, assuming that these guys are still going to have not that many moments. Cowboys, Giants, you could be buying some moments from those players. Saquon Barkley, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, guys like that. And then we got Broncos, Niners as well. So you could be buying ahead of these primetime games, anticipating there's going to be challenges. And that's basically what I've been doing. And it's worked out pretty well so far because people, the price is just raised based on speculation. Also, the Thursday night for next week, Steelers, Browns. So definitely consider buying some of these cheap moments, like that Landry you saw that I showed. I don't know when the next Saints game is going to be in prime time, but if you could find moments that are still like under $15 and they could bottleneck like that Josh Palmer did out of nowhere to 40. If Palmer can get a 40, then I'm sure Jarvis Landry could as well if he's in a primetime game situation. So just my thoughts. Still a lot of good buys to be had out there. So definitely take a look at the marketplace. Consider selling some. I mean, these prices could go up, but they've already dropped since I've sold them a little bit on all of them already. So just my current strategy. I hope you guys enjoyed this one on NFL All Day. If you did, definitely subscribe to the channel. Check out the other video on Week 2 playbook strategy, and I'll catch you guys in another one.